There are moments when the heart gets used to the cold, but when God speaks, even winter must obey. He whispers, "Rise up, my love. The time of rain has passed." Today, this prayer is God's call for you to bloom again. Lord, for so long the cold surrounded me. It wasn't just the cold of the seasons, but the cold of the soul, the kind that freezes faith and silences hope. I felt the weight of cloudy days, of long nights, and of dreams that had fallen asleep. But today, something inside me awakens, as if the wind carried your whisper saying, "Winter has passed." I look around and see that the tears which watered the ground of my pain are now starting to bloom into something new. What once was dry land, your love is making fertile again. I can feel your presence drawing near, and with it, the warmth of life returning to my heart. It's as if heaven itself is saying, "The rain is gone." But Lord, I still tremble. I still carry the fear that the cold might return. There are memories that pull me back into the dark and wounds that ache when the wind touches them. It's hard to believe the season has changed when the body still carries winter inside. And yet, something in me insists on hoping, because when your love speaks, even silence feels warm. When your voice echoes, the heart understands. It's time to step out of hiding. It's time to live again. And I can feel you calling me, not with urgency, but with tenderness, like someone holding a tired soul by the hands and saying, "Rise up, my love, come." Lord, if the winter of my soul has come to an end, teach me how to bloom again. Show me the way to the field where hope grows. I want to go, even afraid, even weak, I want to go. Because if you are there, no cold can remain and no rain can last forever. And something tells me, your sun has already begun to rise. Lord, there was a time when I wanted to give up. My strength was gone and my heart grew used to the silence. I looked in the mirror and no longer recognized who I saw. My smile faded and the light in my eyes went out. Everything felt so distant, even your love. I sought you, but only found the echo of my own exhaustion. The pain became routine. The words that hurt me went deeper than those that healed me. I tried to be strong, but being strong all the time hurts. And when no one was watching, I would fall apart in silence, hiding tears so the world wouldn't see how broken I really was. How many times, Lord, did I walk around smiling on the outside while crying on the inside? I thought winter would be eternal, that the cold of the soul would never pass, that the rain of discouragement would never stop. It was like living in a valley of shadows, not knowing where to step, not seeing a way out. I felt forgotten, and that might be the heaviest pain of all, believing that no one cares, not even heaven. But your spirit didn't let me die in my cold seasons. Even when my heart no longer cried out, you still watched over me. When everyone else walked away, you stayed. When everything fell apart, your love was the only shelter that remained. And that's why I'm still here, tired, but alive, wounded, but standing. Today I began to understand maybe winter wasn't punishment, maybe it was preparation. Maybe every tear watered the soil where something new is now about to grow. And deep inside, I can feel that something is about to change. Lord, there was a moment when it all seemed to end. The cold no longer came from outside, it came from within. Faith seemed asleep, and the soul, exhausted. I no longer prayed with words, only with tears. Each sigh was a silent cry for help, and still heaven seemed quiet, distant, as if your silence was testing me. I remember staring into nothingness and asking, how long? How long will the sun stay hidden? How long will I fight with no strength left? How long will I pretend I'm fine when I'm falling apart inside? It was in that dark valley, Lord, that I realized the depth of my loneliness. And there I also realized how deeply I need you. Because at the bottom of the pit, there's nowhere left to fall, only up to look. And when I finally lifted my eyes, I saw it. Even in the darkness, there was a small light. It was faint, distant, but it was yours. And just one glimpse of your love was enough to make something inside me breathe again. You didn't say a word, but your presence spoke what words could never reach. I understood that winter doesn't end all at once. It leaves slowly, like someone gently saying goodbye to the heart. And sometimes we have to reach the bottom to discover that the bottom is really the beginning. Because when there's no ground left to stand on, you become my support. When there's no strength left, it's your spirit that lifts me. When there's no voice left, it's your love that prays within me. If the valley is where I meet you, then let the valley come. Because even in the darkness, you remain light. Even when everything falls apart, you are still the God who restores. And something within me begins to feel the night is almost over. Lord, when I thought the cold would never end, I felt your breath warm my chest. It wasn't a sudden miracle, it was a gentle awakening, like the sun breaking through the clouds after the storm. I heard your voice say, "Rise up, my love, my beautiful one, and come." And those words pierced through the ice of my heart, melting what fear had hardened. That's when I realized winter was over. The rain had stopped. The sound of thunder that once echoed in my mind had faded, and in its place came a new song. No longer the cry of one who suffers, but the praise of one who survived. You called me, and I answered. Even wounded, even trembling, I answered. Because I discovered that your love doesn't demand perfection, it asks for surrender. Step by step, I began to walk again. Each step felt small, but it was a miracle. The faith I thought I'd lost started beating again. And I realized that spring doesn't start outside, it starts within. When your love touches the heart, even the desert blooms. You showed me that there is life after pain, and that wounds can become windows through which your light enters. Today I pray not to escape the rain, but to learn how to bloom even while wet. I pray not for winter to never return, but so I never forget that you always return with me. Because, Lord, those who have known the cold and felt your warmth know there's no presence sweeter than yours. And even the slightest touch from you changes everything. And now, as the sun rises inside me, I know the time of pain has ended. But the time of promise is just beginning. Lord, now I understand. Everything I've lived through, even the deepest cold, was part of your preparation. Winter taught me to depend on you, and the rain, which I begged so many times to stop, was what washed my soul clean. Today I can say the cold didn't kill me. It made me recognize the warmth of your presence. And that presence, Lord, is all I need to begin again. I no longer fear the seasons of life, because I know each one carries a purpose. When the wind comes, I'll remember your shelter. When the rain falls, I'll remember your voice saying, "It will pass." And when winter starts to blow again, I'll know that your love is my covering. You've taught me that faith isn't the absence of pain, it's the certainty that your love remains even in it. Today I breathe deeply and feel your peace. The sky that once seemed distant now lives within me. The tears that once fell in pain now fall in gratitude. You have changed the climate of my soul. Winter is over, and within me, your garden blooms. There is no more fear, only surrender. No more emptiness, only presence. No more ending, only new beginnings. Lord, thank you for reminding me that life doesn't end in the cold, that after the storm there's always a new song, that after pain comes the promise, that after the night comes the dawn, and that after winter comes your spring. I praise you, not for what I lost, but for everything I've learned. Because even winter carried your touch. And to you who are listening to this prayer right now, I want to say your winter will also pass. The rain within your soul will come to an end. And the same God who lit the sun in my heart is now lighting his in yours. If this prayer spoke to your heart, like the video, share it with someone who needs faith and hope. And if you enjoy messages that touch the soul, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell.